Well, good morning, City Church. It's great to be with you again. And I'm actually really excited today because a week on Tuesday, we're launching Christianity Explored. We started advertising it earlier this week, and we've already had 10 people sign up for it. And I'm hoping that number will more than double by the time we launch on the 2nd of June. Now, Christianity Explored, it has a special place in my heart because I actually became a Christian through a short course in Mark's Gospel, which was a lot like Christianity Explored. And since that time, over 20 years ago, I've seen some of my closest friends come to put their trust in Jesus through going through Christianity Explored. God really does work in power by His Spirit as His Word is opened up and as Jesus is presented. So I'm looking forward to the next few weeks with great expectation about what God might do. With that in mind, I'd like to encourage you to pray this morning. Let me read for us from Colossians chapter 4, verses 3 through to 6. It says this, "And pray for us too, that God may open a door for our message, so that we may proclaim the mystery of Christ, for which I am in chains. Pray that I may proclaim it clearly, as I should. Be wise in the way you act towards outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." A number of things that we should be praying for. Firstly, verse 4, pray for those who are going to be leading the Christianity Explored groups. That as we share Christ from the Gospel of Mark, we would do so clearly, so that Jesus walks off the pages of the Bible and into people's hearts and lives. Pray that we'd have sensitivity to understand people's questions and to be able to see the questions that lie behind their questions. And pray that we will be able to answer those questions with clarity and as verse 6 puts it, with answers that are full of grace and that are salty. Answers that enable people to taste and see that Jesus is good. Secondly, can I encourage you, verse 5, to pray for yourselves? Each of us need to be thinking and praying about who we can invite along to Christianity Explored. A pastor friend of mine was telling me this week about how he'd been praying, and suddenly God put it on his heart to send a text to an old friend who'd left Manchester many years ago. And so he sent the text. And almost immediately the friend replied and he said, "I cannot believe that you texted me at this time because I was crying out desperate for someone to get in touch." The friend explained that he'd been struggling with drink and drug addiction issues for the past several months, and he was at a time of real desperation. And from that point on, my pastor friend and this friend have been meeting up online to talk about how he's doing and also to chat about Jesus together. We need to be wise in the way we act, and we need to make the most of opportunities. So can I encourage you to pray today? Can I encourage you to pray for some friends who you'd love to see come along to Christianity Explored? And can I encourage you to make the most of the opportunities you're given? Perhaps you could think and pray about who you might text or call or Zoom with today. And as you do that, I'm going to be praying for you too. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day. And I look forward to joining with you as we worship God at our Sunday service tomorrow.